All right, we are going Outback inside. Confusing. Outback inside kitchen review. Cue the intro. What is up, everyone? It is the endorsement, and it is time for another review. This is where I try something and tell you if you should like it or not. I can be very persuasive. Back in the kitchen, everyone seemed to like it, taking a step back out of the car, so I'm giving you a follow-up, and this works perfectly because, like I said in the intro, we are going Outback inside. See what I did there? My mind's always going. So yes, this is an Outback Steakhouse review. They just launched a brand new line of lobster. Yeah, lobster dishes. And we're going to try the Lobster Mac and Cheese. It's in this vessel right here. But before I do that, this was $9.99. Shout out Outback Steakhouse. Amazing customer service. Kudos. But in this bag that I showed you, it has their, what is it, honey wheat Bushman bread? Are you familiar with the honey wheat Bushman bread? Is it honey wheat Bushman bread? Yeah, it's honey wheat Bushman bread. So this comes with the side order. Check it out right there. If you've never had the honey wheat Bushman bread, you're missing something. It also comes with a whipped butter. So yeah, that was just a little bit of an added bonus. But here we go. First and foremost, we're going to get into this. Like I said, it is in this vessel of goodness. This is the Lobster Mac and Cheese over there at Outback. So let's check it out. All right, check it out up close and personal. Check out the breadcrumb action on the top. This is a hefty bowl as well. There's a lot of mac and cheese in there. Lobster mac and cheese. You seeing any of the lobster meat in there? I haven't really looked at it yet. I've kind of given you guys the first look. But so yeah, like I said, they're offering some other things. They have a steak and steamed lobster tail, as well as some crispy lobster and shrimp with steak. And then you can get this with a side to go along with your steak. So like I said, this was $9.99, and this is hefty, hefty, hefty. Not wimpy, but yeah, so let's move it around in there. Check it out. Oh, it is definitely cheesy. I like that, but let's see if I can see some of this lobster. So there we go. Now let me say this. I am a huge fan of lobster. It is my #1 favorite food. I've been to Maine about 8 or 10 times. Red's Eats, look it up. Red's Eats has the best lobster roll I've ever had. So I am a huge lobster aficionado. I don't know, that's probably going a little too far as the sun keeps going in and out. I love it. So yeah, I love lobster, and I will say this, for $9.99, we are probably not getting huge chunks of lobster, because if we were getting huge chunks of lobster, this thing would probably be, I don't know, like 30 bucks. But there is one piece of lobster right there hanging off. They kind of remind me of like Logastinos, is that what they call them? So yeah, there's another piece of lobster. So there is lobster kind of just strewn around, but they are definitely not chunks of lobster. It's kind of like lobster bits, unless we get to the bottom here, and there's a gold mine of lobster. But smells amazing, smells cheesy. I like the fact that they have the breadcrumbs on there, giving it that homemade touch. Let's just get a nice forkful here and go into it. So here we go. Lobster, mac and cheese, Outback Steakhouse. Wish me luck. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh, here's some like bigger chunks of lobster in there. Check it out. Yeah, let me show you. Little chunks right there. Not hating on that. Sometimes you don't get even that much in a lobster mac and cheese or like a lobster ravioli. I'm going to tell you something. I was skeptical going into this because, like I said, lobster for me, I'm all about it. I know all about it. One time I don't know if I've ever told this story, I ate an 8-pound Maine boiled lobster for one of my birthdays. It cost me like 40 bucks. I ate it in one sitting. Happy birthday to me. But this really has a nice flavor. It has that lobster flavor, not seafood flavor. It's not like fishy by any means. It actually does come across with a nice little hint of lobster. And I'm getting some kind of like nice sized chunks. I don't like calling them chunks, but these are like legit kind of chunks. Check them out right there. Wow. I'm kind of impressed right now. I don't don't know what's happening, but second bite. Wow. Oh, look at this one. It's like straight up lobster. I don't know if it's Maine lobster. I think they do say it's Maine lobster. Maybe I'm wrong, but I enjoy this. $10, like I said, hefty amount here. And if you're saying, oh, that's pasta, it's mac and cheese, $10, that's too much. When you're getting the amount of lobster that I'm getting, where again, it's not like big chunks of it, you're not getting claw meat, and you're especially not getting tail meat. It's probably some body meat mixed in with some claw meat. But yeah, check it out. One more look. Wow. Nice cheese flavor. And I'm telling you, this breading on the top, giving it that homemade feel, and the flavor of the lobster, pretty good. All right, I'm not gonna lie. That bite had a lot of lobster in there. You could feel the texture of the pasta, but then I was getting a lot of lobster. I think it's Gouda and, Gouda and Jack cheeses in this. That is a pretty good combination, but wow, there is some significant lobster. I keep saying it over and over again, broken record. Gonna go in for a fourth bite right here, and we're gonna give it a rating. $9.99. You can also add this as a side to any meal. You can also get a lobster tail, a bunch of other things going on at Outback. And for $10, you also get the Bushman bread, the honey wheat Bushman bread. So fourth bite, we'll give it a rating. Let's do it. All right, so check this out. I'm gonna show you one more little chunk. This was a nice little 3-4 piece chunk that was in the corner of this bowl. This is all lobster. Now I'm going to say it doesn't have the 100% sweetness of a nice Maine lobster, but this isn't fishy at all, and it does have the texture and the flavor of lobster. But when you put it into the mixture with the mac and cheese and all the other flavors going around, you're gonna lose a little bit of the sweetness that I love from a nice boiled lobster, where all I'm doing is dipping it in melted butter. So I was not truthful. I was gonna say that was the last bite, but since I got all that lobster, and I would hate for it to sit there waiting for me to give this a rating, one more bite. All right, so let's give this a rating, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 100, with 1 meaning don't even waste your money, and 100 being the promised land of, I'm going to give the Lobster Mac and Cheese from Outback Steakhouse a rating of... Wow. I tell you, I went into this with an open mind, and it surprised me. Giving this a straight up 90 out of 100. That is a 9 out of 10 all day, but I'm going to say this. Are you listening? Come close. I'm going to say this. This is what I got today. Now, I am very familiar with lobster, especially in things like this. And sometimes, just like in fast food, you may not get as much lobster as I got or as you are going to hope you're going to get. Maybe you're going to get more than me. Every visit, it's going to be something different. I am happy with what I got here, and I hope if you try this, you're going to be happy too. So there you go. Another review in the books. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please do not forget to check me out on Instagram and Twitter. That is social media, getting the word of my channel out to the masses. In closing, are you a lobster fan? Believe me, I've got like 5 or 6 lobster stories I could tell you. But spoiler alert, no. I'll save it for the bonus footage. Stay tuned. All right, bonus footage. Reds Eats, Woonsocket, Maine, something like that. I read up on it. I think I saw it on the Food Network, and they said definitely go there 1 to 2 hours before they open. I made the drive and got to Maine, and I was there 2 hours early, and the line was about 50 deep. No joke. So I got in the end. I waited about 45 minutes once they opened, and I had 2 lobster rolls. They put a full lobster, I think, onto this lobster roll, and you sit on a nice picnic table out by the water. Perfect. And yeah, the 8-pound lobster, interesting story. I brought it home, and I had nothing to cook it in. There was nothing. It was huge. It was like a prehistoric beast. So I called up some grocery stores to see if any of them would steam it for me, and none of them would do it because it was so big and they didn't want to ruin it, and then they would be liable for it. Like I said, it cost me like $40. So I found one that finally did it. It barely fit into the steamer, and what was funny is there was a mom and her like 9-10-year-old daughter standing trying to order some seafood, and they saw him pull it out of the bag, and the girl, I can remember her face, her eyes were wide. She's like, whoa, what is that? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Put it in the steamer. Let's go. I'm ready. Happy birthday to me.